Hey, who's that one dude? Fuck, I can't remember his name. That one dude that came in that was he was like too fucked up and he spilled the water and shit.
Oh, boom. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I look like I've been knocked out.
Not that you've been knocked out, but you just don't see. Okay, little oil spill there.
Hiccups.
Supreme victory!
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Twitter Trash, and today I have a very special guest. You guys know him. He doesn't really need an introduction, but he has the No Jumper podcast. Adam22, how you doing?
I'm so glad I don't need an introduction. That feels great. Like, I'm really, really thankful that I didn't need an introduction.
I mean, you really didn't, but I
felt like I needed one for a long time. So
Did you?
That's a good feeling, yeah.
Ah, you made it, man. You fucking made it.
Thank you. I'm
like
happy
me,
to, happy
if I
to
go
be here.
anywhere, people are like, who the fuck's this guy?
Nah,
like,
that's not true.
Who's this guy?
Maybe like some black guy.
Yeah, like
Spot on. Yeah.
Hey, I like that shit because a lot of people tell me how they kind of get in trouble by saying that shit. Like, oh, I was watching some black guy, or they're talking about some black guy, and people are, you know how sensitive people are.
I felt weird telling my employee before, yeah. I'm waiting for some black guy. But
Yeah.
not just some black guy. It's
Not
very
just some
specific black guy, yeah. Yeah, well, there's a bike trick called a chink. Like it's called like a
It's called
chink because you like hit your peg like from the bottom, so it just makes a little ching noise. And definitely had once or twice had an awkward conversation where I was talking about that like on the subway, and then I realized the Asian dude staring at me from across the subway like, fuck.
You're like, fuck off,
That
Jake.
is a little awkward. I didn't double down, no.
So this first tweet is a result of the Brett Kavanaugh and Dr. Ford, whatever the fuck her name is, all that shit that's going on, and it's been like really weird and very polarizing.
It's been a wild time on Twitter. I've been mostly avoiding it. I just don't really want to jump into the cesspool. But you say you want to pull up some tweets from it.
Oh yeah, like
I'm down.
That's exactly what I'm here for. I stayed out of the conversation, but I at least wanted to see some of the results, some of the aftermath of some of the wildest shit. Now this tweet went pretty fucking viral. It even got its own Twitter moment. And Danielle Moscato says, "Ladies, a question for you. What would you do if all men had a 9 p.m. curfew?" And said, "Dudes, read the replies and pay attention."
It's kind of weird to just like demonize half of the population because that is the majority. The majority of the sexual assaults are committed by that half of the population. But it's kind of like what benefit does this have to like sort of just, I don't know. It just seems so crazy to me.
Yeah, it is, and that's the thing. That's the really good point because most men aren't going to assault you, right? The vast majority, the vast majority are men that do it, but it's such a small percentage, and they're gonna fuck up dudes too.
Right.
Like, yo, in my hometown, like I live in this hometown, Hispanic neighborhood, very small. I've never been fucked with. It's just like all fucking cholos, bunch of gangs, monos, West Side, all this bullshit. And one of the last days I was there, and I went to Greece for a while. Like this dude fucking tried to mug me.
Right.
Like I didn't even think anything of it because I'm like, this is the people I live around. And all of a sudden he's like, yo, you got a lighter? And I was like, yeah. I gave him a lighter. So can I use your phone? I was like, nah. And then he just fucking like just took a swing at me, tried to knock me out. He tagged me on the chin. You know, no fucking, not a chick.
She got like 5,000 retweets.
Dude, she got quite a bit,
Yeah.
and a lot of them you can actually go in. It's like they highlight it as a Twitter moment,
Right.
And all the replies were just thousands and thousands of retweets of just women saying very basic stuff that they would do, and I just don't like. My thing is, I don't really believe that the reason women aren't going out and doing these basic things at night, because no one really does. It's not really that natural to go out after 9 p.m. and I'm gonna take a walk down the fucking block, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Usually when it gets dark, it's fucking spooky and you just go in, not just because of men, but just because of shit in general.
Yeah, it seems like just basic common sense to not go out without some way of protecting yourself at night. Like, don't just completely, like, it would be cool to live in a world where nobody was getting beat up and robbed and stuff, but I'm not really, I don't know. It's like, I don't feel that bad for women with it because it's like, I wouldn't want to do that either. Anyone who's going to be vulnerable probably shouldn't be putting themselves in those situations, right?
Yeah, exactly. And continuing with this narrative, here's a very lovely lady saying, all men are rapists or have rapist tendencies. I don't care what nobody says. And this is the type of shit that you see quite a bit. Like let me tell you how many tweets I have like this that are very similar that I'm just not going to read them off because it gets redundant. But this is like a narrative that all men are rapists and they need to be taught not to rape. I've seen this plenty of times, especially written on articles like Medium and Salon and all that shit. Like we're fucking monsters. And so kids, if you guys have sons and shit, you're supposed to be teaching them not to rape, where I don't know. I'm telling you, growing up as a kid, not once was like, look at that girl over there. I really want to rape her. It's not really a thing. Like,
that's a crazy world where people just believe that shit too. Like, I had like fucking fake ass allegations from my ex-girlfriend from like 10 years ago too, and it's just like, I don't know. It's you know what I feel like the problem with that tweet is the problem when people say like all white people are racist.
Yeah.
Which you see a lot of that on Twitter too. It's kind of like, or even when you just talk about like institutionalized racism or whatever, it's like, yeah, that shit does exist. But if you're gonna just make racism or make being a rapist such a broad category that you're just gonna put everybody in it, then you've like lost out on the opportunity for that language to have any kind of meaning. Because it's like, if everybody's racist, then like what is the use of actually trying to stomp out like real racism or identify it in the same way? Like if you're just gonna say every guy's a rapist, it's like, is that useful? Like where does that get us? Like you could, like a more reasonable version of that would be like, a large percentage of men, will commit sexual harassment during their life, up to maybe being raped. Like that would be factually accurate. Is like a large percentage of men will at some point in their life commit sexual harassment or whatever. But that's not going to get you retweets. Yeah. Even though that got 94 retweets.
Yeah,
so
right.
I guess it didn't anyway.
Yeah, she probably.
I don't want men to be allies. I want you to be traitors. I want you to be traitors to the system that violently holds you up at the expense of women. I want you to betray the silent pact that patriarchy makes with you, to have your back so long as you don't make waves. Revolt. It's like this whole thing has become a fucking poetry contest. Don't you feel like it's just stringing together the most bullshit ideas, terms, words? I mean, like, I don't know. I just am so like separated from what this could possibly even mean. There is zero chance of this resonating with the mainstream. It's like when they say stuff like this, it's like there's just no way that like normal people or people who are not indoctrinated in like college outrage culture are gonna fucking be able to get on board with this stuff. It just seems like, yeah, she got her 20,000 retweets, but where do you go from there? It's just within this little like insular bubble.
This little bubble.
Most people like one thing that's an experience I've had with a lot of the rappers that I hang out with and stuff is that like I'll say something about cultural appropriation and they'll be like, what the fuck is that? And I'll be like, oh right, you guys haven't read all the crazy shit I read. Yeah. I feel like that. Like if I tried to read that to like the average like dude that I hang out with, they would be like, what the fuck is that?
What's she talking about? Yeah. What is that shit? No, and that's how it is with my friends that aren't in the Twitter sphere or YouTube. It's the same shit. Or even actually homegirl that I filmed with the other day, she's on YouTube, but she's like a vlogger and stuff, and she didn't even know who the fuck Alex Jones was or is.
Really?
I was like, whoa. And I was like, you know what? I was like, just keep it that way, actually. So I thought this died out a couple of years ago, honestly. I thought this was something that came in 2016, and then people tried it, and they're like, all right, never mind, this is fucking stupid. But this article was posted today, and from BBC Northwest, and says clapping has been banned at University of Manchester Students' Union event to avoid triggering anxiety and improve accessibility. Students are instead encouraged to use jazz hands to express their support. And look,
what is jazz hands? Isn't that just...
Jazz hands is like the when you do this shit. Now before, what they referred to, what they wanted to do was instead of clapping, they wanted to fucking snap.
I went to a poetry reading with my girl. And it was lots of snapping. It's kind of nice because it doesn't make as much noise as clapping.
Yeah, I understand that. I kind of do, especially in the jazz. Like that's where I understand that. That's what they do. I thought shit like this was dying down, bro.
Right.
I legitimately thought shit like this was dying down, and obviously it's not.
I just think that, like, the University of Manchester, they need to, like, I feel like the colleges are the ones at fault because they're the ones who are sort of spineless and refuse to take a hard stance on a lot of this stuff that is sort of cooked up in the institutions. Like, these kids are not being prepared for the real world. Like, even if you ban clapping at your school, you will get out into the real world and motherfuckers are clapping. And you're just gonna have to deal with it. It's like, I don't understand how this is supposed to make you like ready for life. College is supposed to like educate you and get you ready for the real world, right? Not eliminate all these things that you 100% are going to have to encounter in the real world, like clapping.
That's dude, real talk. That's what I thought, and I can imagine the kids that are growing up today, if like shit like this continues, they're gonna be the biggest bitches on earth.
Wouldn't you be terrified to send your kid to college these days?
I wouldn't do it. Like I would tell my kid, and hopefully I would give an impression, be impressionable to them, because I didn't go to college. I was gonna go, but then I was gonna go because I wanted to play sports, but I got injured, and I was like, I don't want to go anymore.
I'm gonna be playing my kid fucking Jordan Peterson podcast on the womb to get him ready for all this shit.
No,
Shout out to Tariq Nasheed, who was on the Breakfast Club like last week. Like Charlamagne's still steady trying to like legitimize him in rap.
Wait, he was on the Breakfast Club
Multiple times, but he was on it the other day.
I didn't know he was that recently. Shit, I gotta
Charlamagne loves him.
Oh yeah.
Me, I don't know.
I mean, we've danced quite a bit. Like,
have you gotten in with him?
We've had a lot of back and forth.
Dude, I'm so lucky he's always ignored me because he goes in on Charlamagne's co-host Andrew Schultz hard. All right, Andy, he calls him in.
Yo, they were fucking because he made some. Tariq made this network called the Suspected Words Database, and it was supposed to be like putting people on this list of who were suspected white supremacists, right?
Right.
And then say a bunch of people are on it. Philip DeFranco, my homie Chris Raygun, all these fucking people that clearly are just chill.
Chris Raygun, definitely a Nazi.
Yeah.
I'm buying it.
So this was in response to some conservative woman or some conservative, right? But I just love this because this is how I can't take this motherfucker seriously. Why are you bringing race into it? Don't you ever get tired of playing the race card? Then his fucking entire Twitter feed is nothing but race. His entire existence. Everything he does, every fucking documentary he's made. And I'm like, I just can't fucking believe this guy is genuine for saying something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like zero self-awareness. I don't fucking get it. That's why I'm saying, like, there's no way.
I think the first time that people talked about the race card was during the OJ trial. Like, I remember that pretty clearly. But then, like, it's funny because that doesn't even sound right now. Everybody's playing the race card all the time. Like, the whole identity politics thing that's going on. It's, like, hard to think of too many people that aren't kind of playing the race card, quote unquote, because it's just been so normalized for everything to be viewed through that lens, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's never applicable to view things through a racial binary or whatever, but it just seems like it's like bizarre desire to make everything about that now.
Yeah, it's like the go-to. So like the first thing that you want to do now.
Yeah, if you have just been brought into the world to believe that life is a war between men and women, black and white people, then you're gonna like find ways to like place everything into those groups, and it's like it's just so useless. It's such a sad way to go through your life, and it really takes away from like, you know, fighting against like real inequality or real racism, real fucked up shit. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever, Nazi. Damn, this is fucking a verified tweet. This is verified too.
Read it?
Yeah, go ahead and read. This is the last one. This is the last one, man.
Christine Fair. Look at this chorus of entitled white men justifying a serial rapist's arrogated entitlement. All of them deserve miserable deaths while feminists laugh as they take their last gasp. Bonus, we castrate their corpses and feed them to swine. How is this not getting like reported? Jesus Christ, man.
That's the fucking trippiest shit, man. I'm like, the verified tweets say the most fucked up shit because they can.
But is it against Twitter's like code to say that they deserve miserable deaths? Even she's not saying that they should commit them. She's just saying they deserve it. I don't know. That might be the technicality she gets by on here.
Well, maybe. But at the same time, I know if I said this shit about feminists,
oh hell no, you're out of here.
Oh, I'd be gone in seconds.
Yeah, they'll take the check mark away for that.
Oh yeah, like that's so funny that they even do that. Most of these tweets are a result of that Kavanaugh shit, like you know, and it's fucking crazy to me because I talked to one of my friends, Lacey Green. She's you know,
shout out
notorious.
Lacey.
Yeah, what's up, Lacey? How you doing?
Big fan.
And we had an interesting discussion about this shit, and my whole thing was just, yo, if this guy gets, you know, there's some evidence, they see what's up, like fucking put him in the slammer, easy. Let's do that.
I think, but that's the crazy thing is that it's clear that there's no chance of him actually having like criminal charges and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it was tough for me watching the whole thing because it's like I do believe that she seems very, very serious and convincing, but at the same time he seems serious and convincing. I thought the most like just ridiculous thing is that they're like look at how arrogant, how dare he be so angry and entitled. It's like he's having his whole fucking life torn apart over something that allegedly happened 35 years ago.
Yeah.
He's had a sparkling clean image for his whole career, and now they're gonna act like it's ridiculous for him to be offended by being called a serial rapist by Christine Fair, verified check mark. I mean, yeah, you're allowed to be a little bit upset when someone
just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel for him.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably be pretty fucking pissed off. And then there was a part where I caught a little bit of it where he mentioned his daughter and shit, saying, "Oh, we should pray for Dr. Ford or whatever," and he started choking up, and I was like, "That seemed real. Yeah. That seemed real as fuck to me. Like, that doesn't mean I fucking believe him, but at the same time, that seemed pretty goddamn real. And it's hard to believe, and that's the whole fucking point. It's like, I can't just believe somebody because one's more convincing.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't a fucking court of law. This isn't a goddamn. I'm not a juror.
I mean, I feel for like the victims of rape or sexual assault or attempted sexual assault, whatever. Like that part's easy. It's hard for me normally to give a fuck about a pro-life, conservative, 50-something-year-old fucking white guy.
Yeah.
Not always the easiest person to feel bad for, but throughout this whole thing, I will admit that I've got plenty of empathy for what he's going through too, because this whole shit is just so fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. Sucks for both of them. That's all I can really say at the end of the day. And I don't know, fuck politics, really.
Yeah, it's crazy to see this being the thing that has like brought the country together. Everyone watching this, like normally the Supreme Court judge. Well, I don't know. Is it usually a big deal? The Supreme Court judge thing. I've never paid attention to it before.
No, this is bullshit. That's why I'm like, fuck this. Yeah. I want to go fucking play video games and jerk off, dude. And that's a good time.
You want to go play video games and jerk off?
Let's do it.